Hey everybody, today's video is going to be about how bad my audio's been in the last few videos. I'm going to talk to you about what I found out, what I learned in the last few days, how to get the best audio out of not only your camera, but also a few tricks to improve the audio in your Zoom calls or whatever else you're dealing with during this time. So let's get to it. I also have to go to the DMV or call them or something. I don't know. They're not taking walk-ins right now due to the pandemic. All of their appointment slots at all 3 locations are occupied, so I can't do that. First things first, I just need to call them.
Thank you for calling the Osceola County Tax Collector's Office. Was disconnected. You may visit.
They are not taking phone calls either, which is brilliant. I was gonna go out. It might rain, but you know what? Let's go walk around. Let's not just stay in here staring at a screen the whole day, right? Alright, so one of the reasons that I wanted to make this video is because I realized, even starting out, even watching so many different things on how to make vlogs, that nobody ever told me how to set my camera to pick up good, clean enough audio. Now, as I'm sure you've noticed in a lot of my other videos, when I do these vlogs, I don't do them at home. There's a lot of people living at home, I don't want to get in the way, but that means that I'm out in nature, in the neighborhood. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a cicada going on right now, and that's going to be the real test. There's birds, there's yard work, there's cars going through, there's a pool pump right over there. So there's a lot of distraction. I don't know how to set my audio to get you a good sound with as little distraction as possible. So what I've seen in a lot of people's videos is that they will often apologize for noise, but then I can't hear any actual noise. One of my first thoughts, of course, was, well, maybe my microphone's just not very good. So I started doing some research and I have ordered a new microphone. I realized also that ultimately my goal should be to try and record clean audio without having the background noise, and then I can just bump it up in post. So that's what we're gonna test today. Right now, this has been at the 1/4 setting. I don't know how many decibels that means or anything. I know basically nothing about audio except for what I've learned in the past day or two. But I'm here to share that with you, and I was gonna share my DMV frustrations, but apparently I don't even get to do that today. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say the same phrase, the motorcycle now. This is an excellent test of what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to find a sentence, I am going to read that sentence to you, looking at the camera the same way multiple times, and we're going to test that back to back, side by side, I don't know, back to back. Yeah, back to back, because it's not going to overlay, it's not going to happen at the same time. But I'm going to record that at the different audio levels, and then normalize them all and see how each new thing comes out clean. To do this, I was gonna just do like the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So what's known as a panagram. However, I happen to find a whole list here. So I am gonna pick one that seems a little more interesting, and we're gonna go with that one. Right now we are on the lowest audio levels possible on my camera, which is the Canon EOS R, so I know that it's possible. And I'm pretty sure that I'm doing something wrong. Either I have bad equipment or I'm setting things wrong. So this is how we're gonna find out. For audio test 1, lowest levels, Sphinx of Black Quartz, Judge My Vow. Audio test 2, at 25% capacity, Sphinx of Black Quartz, Judge My Vow. To audio level 3, this is audio at 50%, Sphinx of Black Quartz, Judge My Vow. Sphinx of Black Quartz, Judge My Vow. So let me know in the comments which one you thought came out the best, what felt the most natural without being distracting, without being overridden by other sounds, all of that. For the rest of this video, I'm going to use the 25% level. You'll see notes throughout this. Oh man, dinosaurs. So One of the things that I love about living here is that just going on a walk through my neighborhood, there are actual goddamn dinosaurs called sandhill cranes that just walk around. They're red crested and all of that. There's some right over there, so I'm actually gonna stop describing them and take you over to see them because they are not very afraid of humans. They may attack me. It hasn't happened before, but I don't know how aggressive they actually get because I haven't gotten that close to them because they're kind of scary. Alright, I'm gonna stop harassing the wildlife, but as you can see, not only are they just beautiful birds that are very acclimated to humans here, but they also are apparently not aggressive. One of the things that I realized that I had to figure this out for is that here in summer, we get cicadas. Now, if you're not familiar with cicadas, they are little ugly bugs that show up and they just bzzz really loud. Basically from like March or April until they all die. You can probably hear one right now. Not only are they loud and distracting, the tone of their buzzing and screaming is actually very similar to the tone of my voice. So if you look back in some of my other vlogs, you will see it is quiet, and every time I speak, the cicada sound comes back. And the reason for that is that I have put on some audio filters that are trying to tune out the frequencies that are not my voice, but since it's a very similar frequency, it doesn't get tuned out. This would be a silly vlog if all I did was talk about how bad my audio was. So I had a teacher friend of mine ask me, they said, "Oh, can you include some tips to make my Zoom audio better? Like what should I do? How can I improve this? Because I feel like despite the fact that I've done a little bit to try and improve it, it's still not the best." So we're gonna go back to my house and show you some tips. And we're about to do what we loved to do as a kid. We're gonna make a blanket for it. But remember, bring some light too. Ooh, that is way too much. This is going to kind of dampen your voice from getting outside, which will reduce its echoing. It's gonna dampen sound that comes in. So you're kind of serving double duty this way. There are a lot better ways to do this between this and either getting a lavalier or having a shotgun, like a directional microphone. You can use either of those to get much better audio. Obviously, ideally, you would do some sound treatment or something like that so that the sound isn't echoing off of your walls. Without having to go through all of that, just build a blanket for it. Alright, so hopefully this video clarified how you can record better audio. It showed that I learned how to record better audio, but I guess we're gonna find that one out. And you saw some simple tips on how you can improve your Zoom audio as well and have some fun doing it. In addition, I'm gonna include some links in the description to a couple of microphones that are less than $50 that will very much improve your audio quality. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell if that's what you're into, and I'll talk to you next week.